can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua, look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help, a little hope. Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on, look up. Just up there. Listen to us. That's it.
Shall we tell her where to go?
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain?
She's a good girl, isn't she? Look up. So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did.
There's a door.
You can do it.
You can see it.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature, a dragon.
Something's behind the door.
What is it?
She can feel it.
No.
Don't open the door.
No, go in.
Turn
Don't.
back. Turn back. What's in there?
Get back! A great beast guards Helheim.
Stay.
Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink.
Dillian, she goes. Run. Stay in the
What are you
light.
afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillian if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it!
She can't make it.
The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Run.
It's locked. What should we do? Torch. Get a torch.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here.
Who is it? Something there.
It's the beast.
No,
No, it's not.
it's a trick.
She knows that.
Does she? What is that voice?
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now.
They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
I won't be with them.
stop.
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't listen
Do you
to them.
see them? Do you see their faces?
He's coming. Senua, help me. Help, get me out of here. Don't go. Where has she gone? She's disappeared again. She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt
Her torch is
the
coming.
cold
No, it's
chill
not. Soon.
of
She hasn't
fear.
got much time.
I don't talk much about her father. Sinbad.
The darkness will come again.
I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
Too mortified. Why are you doing these pointless time? This is your mother's here.
What if you collect them and there's nothing behind the door?
Save Dillian.
This is just another trial. Just to distract her from her real mission.
You think you know, but you don't.
Your mother is dead.
Dillian is dead. Save Dillian.
The light won't save her.
She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help. End. Use your sword. Get out!
She's so weak, they can see you're weak.
Behind you!
You can't go anywhere without your light.
Take the torch and move. Blood.
She has it.
She did it. She's done it.
Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl. Imprisoned in her room at night. Faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zimbabwe, could see the monster in her.
She'll have to go under.
She can't.
She has to.
She can't.
The torch will go out.
Don't. Go out.
She can do it.
She can't do it.
The light's gone out. Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. Run and get to the light. Get to the light. Stop.
Stay there. Stay in the light.
You have to rest. Get to the next light.
Stay.
Let's go quick. Run.
Look. Fire.
She has to go towards it. She'll have to go through the darkness.
The light. She won't make it in the dark. Forget she's too close. She will. She has to take it. Keep yourself. See. Now she can find the room. She can find it. Keep the light. Take it. She has it. Where is it?
The light will keep us.
The light will guide you. No.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
The roots. Can you feel them? Can you see them? She can't see them. She does.
You have all the roots.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. It found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
It's open. You have to go through. She can get her mother out. Our mother doesn't.
It's a trap. The beast is coming. beast indeed.
Run away from the beast! For nothing!
What have you done?
No!
You've lost him! It's over!
The darkness is back. You've lost him. You've lost him. Get in the light!
Without his head, you will probably his soul back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father's Senua while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
Now she has the light. Keep going. Let's leave the light. Keep going. Where is she going?
The beast is down there.
No. She knows the beast is there. He's always watching you. He's there. You're never safe from him.
You can feel him.
Be careful.
She needs to find Dillion.
Where is he? She needs to find it.
She lost it and she has to find it.
I can feel it. Who is it? Is it me?
The torch alight.
Your eyes up. You're never going to find anything. Zimbo was the dark slave's and she'll die. She wouldn't listen. But you've all her fault. Weak. She should have known.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rian wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rian also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
She's got to go deeper to find the head. Deeper towards the darkness.
The beast is there. The beast is luring her deeper, deeper into the darkness. Deep down.
The beast has the head.
She's got the head. She will be trapped.
The beast has the head and he's using it.
Once she gets down there, she'll never come out. It's luring her down.
The darkness will take her like it took her mother.
Deep. The beast knows. The beast.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rian wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rian before Rian kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rian, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rian wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rian before Rian kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rian, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest. To ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild, the Valkyrie.
Where is she now? Where is she? She's given to her.
The darkness will kill you. What's she doing?
She's lighting the torch.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe. What's happening? What's she thinking? Go to get there.
Now she can go.
She can do it. Stop! Stop it. Keep going. Stop it.
Get up! Get up! What are you doing?
Quick.
Where is she going? Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
What are you doing? Stop! Stop.
Where is she going? Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
What are you doing? Stop!
She can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.